Hey, what's up, folks? This is your boy, DJ Troy. Hope everybody is good. Everybody's having a wonderful Sunday wherever you're in the world, whether you might be in the UK, you might be in Uttar Pradesh, India, Peshawar, Pakistan, or even Hong Kong, China, wherever you are. United States of America. Hope you're having a wonderful Sunday, and I hope everybody is doing okay. Now, the biggest story for the last news cycle, okay, basically yesterday, today, is of course the incident with the two New York NYPD officers who got shot and killed execution style by an individual who killed his girlfriend in Baltimore, then came to New York to kill NYPD cops. Huge story. It's international. It's all over the world. If you check on any one of the international sites, you'll see, hey, this is the story that everybody's talking about. Now, the suspect also ran from the police that was stationed in the area, which is Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. Ran from the area, then ran into the subway and ended up shooting himself in the head. And he also died. Those are the facts that we know of. Those are the facts that the media put out. Those are the facts that people are talking about. Now, the reaction is a very different situation, okay? Because you're having people from the woodworks coming out and talking all type of craziness, okay? Let's make this clear, okay? The injustice that happened to Michael Brown, the injustice that happened to Eric Garner, okay, is still injustice. All right? This doesn't change the fact that policing in America needs to change. Okay? This doesn't change the fact. Now, people are going crazy and saying, oh, listen, they killed Eric Garner and Michael Brown, so let's kill the police. No, that doesn't solve anything. Now you have two families who lost innocent lives. Okay, innocent lives because these officers were sitting in their car eating. Okay, I don't see in any way how anybody could condone this. It's just crazy. People are going crazy on social media, Twitter, Facebook. One of the biggest voices that's been out there so far is the rapper Game. Game said now they can't breathe. And everybody said, F you, Game. You're an asshole, blah, blah, blah. Okay? The Game statement isn't a representation of what most people are feeling. When this thing happened, okay, I was in the barbershop. And note to YouTube, this is the second time I'm in the barbershop and a cop has gotten shot. When I was in the barbershop and the mayor of New York City, Mayor de Blasio, was talking about this situation, when the police commissioner Bill Bratton was revealing the names of these officers, there wasn't a word, in the barbershop. Everybody was completely silent. Okay, because it was such a shock and such a awe of like, oh my goodness, you're gonna tell me that somebody is just gonna walk up to a police car and just start shooting? Like, what does that really solve? I mean, what does that bring? It doesn't solve anything. It does not solve anything. This did not change not one thing. All this did was make a bad situation even worse. Okay? All this have done is just created more animosity within the black community and the NYPD. Okay? Now you're going to have the extreme cops now who are going to basically going to be paranoid when they see a black man. When I officially heard about this news, I was in my house about to go on the road. I tell you, okay, I'm not living in Iraq, I'm not living in Afghanistan, I'm living in Brooklyn, New York. Okay? United States of America. This was the first time in my life that I was actually scared of going on the road because I was afraid that, the cops are going to see a black man and boom, you know, shoot him while for just walking because I'm afraid of the reaction. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. When the whole situation with Eric Garner and Michael Brown started to happen, I got scared for my own safety. And mind you, I'm not trying to boast, but I don't have a criminal record, and I was scared because you're like, these police are out of control. What they're doing to black men, okay? I was scared, genuinely scared, because I'm like, okay, what's next? What's next? Okay, I was scared to go on the road, and it's the first time that I've ever felt that way because I didn't know what to expect, because of the shooting of these two innocent officers. I'm, afraid that the extreme factions within the NYPD is gonna, do something to me or just go crazy. You know what I mean? So it's a very sad situation. It's a very sad situation. I feel it for the cops because me myself, I have at least 5 friends in the NYPD, and I have over 20 associates that I know that are actual cops. Okay, so it's fair to say that I know like over 30 police officers. Okay, their lives matter. They have families to go home to. Okay, so it's a very complicated situation, and people are trying to play the blame game now. Okay, the PBA Association president stated that the blood of these cops are on the hands of City Hall and the mayor's office. Now, the mayor was crying at the news conference. Okay, why would he want these cops to be killed? At his press conference when he spoke about the grand jury's decision to not try the officer in the Everett Gardner case, he was talking the truth. Like, hey, I have a son, and I've always been afraid of for him, basically being killed for being black. Excuse me. It's a reality. It's a reality. It's a reality. And after the Eric Garner case, there were multiple incidents of police brutality reported, probably not killings, but there were multiple videos that show that, hey, after Eric Gardner, nothing changed. So when the mayor was talking about, the injustice of what's happening in Brooklyn and New York City in general, okay, he was being the truth. So to the PBA Association president, the mayor do not have blood in his hands. Okay, City Hall don't have blood in their hands. Okay, we have to admit that this was a extreme individual who had issues that went off the rails. Okay, so now the guy before he came to New York City shot and killed his girlfriend. So what? Mayor de Blasio is supposed to be blamed for that killing in Baltimore? I mean, come on, people, come on. Okay, and if people were going so crazy and out to kill cops, there were millions of people in Washington, D.C. Everybody shouted out and said, hey, okay, this is injustice. Nobody touched a cop. Nobody, except for like a couple of run ins with the cops, nobody were attacking any police officers because We all understand that this doesn't solve anything. Killing a police officer does not solve anything. It doesn't solve anything. I cannot stress this enough. Cannot stress this enough. Now we have two families who are reeling. Okay? All lives matter. All lives matter. Okay? There's just no way that anybody in their right mind, okay, could condone the killing of these police officers. I cannot stress this enough. I cannot stress this enough. There's just no way. It's possible. And you cannot blame the mayor and Al Sharpton for this. Okay? Al Sharpton has never one day yet say, okay, shoot the police. All Al Sharpton says is justice by peace, because that's the only way that you could really achieve long lasting peace. Okay? Martin Luther King Jr. marched to Washington, D.C. Okay? And after his death, there were so many legislations that changed, all by what? Non-violent protests. Because if you're trying to do an eye for an eye, it's never going to work. Because you might as well say, okay, let's just start an all-out war. Okay? And nobody wants a war. Everybody wants peace, but the system as it is right now, it can't continue. Black men cannot continue to get killed. It just cannot happen. It just cannot happen. It doesn't mean that it's okay for people to say, oh, let's execute the police. It's not going to work, because at the end of the day, these guys, these two officers were there doing their jobs. I cannot, it is so crazy. They were just there doing their jobs. It is what it is, and truth be told, they don't even make that much. And if there is a problem, the first thing we do, we call 911 for the ambulance or for the NYPD. Okay, so it's a very complicated relationship. But if nothing got through to the people that are watching my video, I just want to restate my point that the lives of these two officers matter. Eric Garner, Michael Brown, their lives matter. Okay? Peaceful protest is critical. Okay? The system of injustice cannot remain how it is right now. We need justice for all. There needs to be some type of solution. But again, killing cops, killing innocent people is never going to solve anything. And I'm glad that the Michael Brown family released a statement stating clearly that we do not condone killing anybody. And they send their condolences to the police officers and their family, because it's just ridiculous what happened yesterday. Just ridiculous. And all the people that's coming out of the woodworks talking nonsense about blaming Al Sharpton, blaming Barack Obama, and blaming all of these people. If they're trying to blame that guy for shooting those police officers on those individuals, then they gotta blame them for the fact that he claimed that he killed his girlfriend in Baltimore. They gotta blame Barack Obama for that too, right? It all makes sense, right? No, this individual was a loose cannon who went off the rails and did something very crazy. Because normal people don't do things like that. You know, every normal people want to be able to go to work and go home and have a decent life. Nobody ain't trying to kill no cop out there. To do what? What does that solve? What does that solve? It doesn't solve anything. Not one thing. Okay? Blessings to all out there, man. And I don't know if people are going to have a good holiday because of this, because I tell you, it really dampened the spirits of the people of New York City. It really did. Because You just don't feel good about it. It's not something that you're like, oh, have a highly jolly Christmas. No, it just feels wrong. All right, so blessings to all out there. Peace. This is your boy, DJ Troy. I'm out.